Here we go, shot! Cougar 19, ready, ready? Ready! Hot, hot! Go! Ready? Let's go! Get up! Get up! Ready? Let's go now! Go! Set, go! Come on, set! Hut! Here we go! Ready, ready?
Like the lighthouse keepers of the past across New England, the keeper of the lights holds an important position here at Gillette Stadium, sounding that fog bell and signaling it is time for football in Foxborough.
Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the Atlanta Falcons and the New England Patriots.
And on the Falcons sideline, that is head coach Raheem Morris. His side has been playing good football much of this season, holding that 5-2 record. On the opposing sideline, that's head coach of the Patriots, Mike Vrabel. His guy's more than motivated for this contest. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. Shoots away from one. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. They gain 11 on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
Falcons first down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Going right side, Robinson with it. And he's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Pass play coming here. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Got a man, it's Drake London. And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that is good enough for Atlanta. 1st down. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. Solid run in here, that's 9 yards as he brings up 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and
They work against the blitz. And he's got it, it's in close. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons finish off their opening drive. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The 2nd drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Falcons and their quarterback ready to take over once again. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again.
Let's go now. 19.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
a gain of 13 yards.
You just get the playoff.
1st down, Falcons.
That's complete. Some mustard on it to Bajan. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. So we're through one. 7-6 is our score. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Throwing now off the play action. Hauled in by Mooney, left side. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Ball is caught. And this is down all the way to the 3. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post.
And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow the lead to 7. All right, so this solid 1st half continues for Brock. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. You always preach about coming out strong, and they've been the ones dictating the tempo. As a result, they add to their lead.
The Falcons headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. They have played lights out on offense. Scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. Here's Robinson to start the drive. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Back now, pressure coming. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
First down.
Line up the design keeper. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Now pitch it to Robinson. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Working on first down. Headed out right. He's keeping it. No one's around him. He's got space. And he's going to be sent out of bounds on a play that sends them all the way down into the red zone. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's a Falcon first down.
43 yards. And the Falcons first down.
From the red zone now. He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the
Oh, he
Patriots.
taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he will not get the first, but ooh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. Third down.
It's a gain 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Try and run here with Robinson. And he's in for the touchdown. The Falcons lead by 14. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth.
Falcons are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone, but through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Finds his back. It's Robinson. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. We have an injured player here. Looks like it's a member of the Patriots in some discomfort. They go play action on 1st down. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. So just a minute 57 now remaining, Brock, in quarter number 2. More from Gillette after this. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Back to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Sent back to their own side of the field on that last play. Some ground to make up here on 2nd. Trying to throw this from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down. Falcons ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And they'll need to be judicious in using that final timeout, Brock, but they still could put a scoring drive together before the break. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Cut down the field. It's Pitts. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So you keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. They're throwing it. Flushed out of the pocket. That throw behind his intended target. Looking for his wide receiver there. So 2nd down coming up. Throwing from the gun. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. That throw is looking for Kyle Pitts. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Brings up a 3rd down.
Throw here, 3rd down. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
It's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy manager.
The Falcons headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Starting the half with Robinson. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. One loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Rolling from the gun here. Complete left side to Robinson. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. So 1st down from the 41. Now looking to throw. And downfield, and he finds London. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Dropping back to throw. Another one here to London. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
He's got it at the 6. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Falcons are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. And we'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. And they try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. Fights his way, jukes a man. He's running free. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. To the air now on 1st and 10. Hits his running back. He's still going at the 30. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Now, I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Patriots is hurt. Going to need some help out there. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Here's a design run. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about it.
He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons piling onto the scoreboard yet again. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Falcons ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. And their offense has been playing at an extremely high level as this has become a runaway quickly. They've scored each of their last 2 times out. They pitch it out to him here. Well, this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. We've paused here to deal with an injured player, and this is a significant one. That's Bijan Robinson getting looked at after that play. First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Quick slant into the hands of Mooney. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Third and just 2 to go.
Brings up third and 2.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Finds a man right side. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A give to Algier on the inside handoff. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 50-yard line.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. Completed to his running back. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Falcons headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Gets this one to Tyler Algier. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. Gain of 15 there. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sail that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. Give him 25 on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll go play action. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
3rd and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and they hit. Falcons are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So at the 30 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
He's going to throw it. Connects on the crosser.
There he goes, right sideline. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown.
The Falcons have likely locked up the win right there. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called.
Falcons ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 timeouts defensively still available, but using them is not going to alter this outcome. Here's Algier on first down. Makes a tackle. He's still going. And he goes out a little short of the 40. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here we go, set.
Algier with another carry. And he works this to the 38 before going now. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Set.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. They picked up close to 4. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. They go again with Algier. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stopped just a little bit shy of the marker. Now the Patriots calling their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That one complete to Pitts. Leads into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happens over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.